Hey world! So, here finally we have the April wrap up. I'm really sorry I didn't upload it last week. I just honestly didn't feel like it, and you know, if I don't feel like making a video, it can't be good. So here I am now with the April wrap up. So let's just get started. In April I read 2 books for uni, which are Silas Marner by Eliot and Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. And I actually think I will do an entire wrap up about the 5 books I will have to read for uni this semester, where I talk about them in detail. So for now, let's just say that I like both of these. I actually think Eliot has a really wonderful writing style that makes me feel a lot of emotions. But I also read 2 books just for fun for me. The first one of which is this one, and I'm really sorry if I butcher all of the names. It's Colorless, Tsukuru, Tazaki and His Years of Pilgrimage by Murakami. I'm really sorry if I pronounced that entirely wrong. This is about a man in his 30s, kind of going back and remembering how his friend group from college, I think it was, completely shut him out with no reason whatsoever. And now in his 30s he tries to find out why. What I found really interesting is that this kind of doesn't really have a goal. It doesn't really strive to complete anything or to kind of fulfill a desire for the reader. It just shows the story and it just portrays how the character feels. And because of that, it actually is more emotional, or at least was what it was for me. I felt really attached to all the characters, especially the main character, of course. And the last book I read was Untamed by A.G.Howard. This is kind of the 4th part of the Splintered series by A.G.Howard, which is a steampunk adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, and I love it so much. It's one of my favorite fairy tale adaptations ever, and I love fairy tales so much. And as I said, it's kind of the 4th part because this is actually a collection of 3 short stories. With the first one, I had a bit of trouble getting into it. I think it has a bit to do with the fact that I read the last part of the Splinter trilogy about a year ago, so I wasn't really that much into the story anymore. I had to get back into it. A.G.Howard has this wonderful way of using really magical language, in a sense that she uses uncommon words, for example, but it still all makes sense and it still seems steampunky and rebellious. This is really lovely as just an addition to this wonderful trilogy. But that's already all the books I've read this month. As I said, I'll do a separate uni wrap up with all the books I had to read for uni this semester, and hopefully that'll be up at the end of June. But now let's move on to the films. So the first one I watched was Girls United. I'm not sure which part exactly it was because there are like a billion Girls United films, and as all of them it was super cliche, super girly and screamy and pink, but also just surprisingly cool. I'm always surprised when I see Girls United films how feminist and interesting and just how the character development works, and they are actually really good films. Then, as I said, some kids films, the first of which was Middle School. I think that's the English name. The German name is School Survival. German names are so stupid. But this is one of the most creative films I have ever seen. I can't tell you why because that would be a spoiler, but basically it's about this guy in middle school who goes to a really strict school that has a lot of rules against individuality, and he's really creative, so he comes up with this plan to break every single rule, and he just does it in such a creative way, and the story and the plot twist is just so... I love kids films so much because they're just in your face with all the emotions. They don't try to hide it, they don't try to be clever about it, they don't try to be like super philosophical, they just show what those people feel, and I love it so much. Then also kind of kids or teeny films were Ariana, Berlin, however you want to pronounce the name. There'll be a link to the trailer in the down bar. It's about this gymnast who has an injury and therefore has to kind of stop doing gymnastics, and then she gets into this hip-hop group, and it's about those two worlds clashing and how she deals with that. And I found it really inspiring, and just I love the actress, and also really interesting that it was actually a real story and the real Ariana Berlin was actually playing a small role in it. Münzraub AG, I don't know if there is an English title for this. Again, title and trailer will be in the down bar if I find it. But this is about 4 kids, I think it was four kids in school, and there's this big trouble with money at their school, and to save the school they come up with this big coup to basically steal like a lot of money, but it's okay because it's a film. But again, similar to Ariana Berlin, it wasn't especially well done, but the actors were good and the story was just kind of nice and funny to watch, and yeah, it was a really enjoyable film. And then the last film I saw was 10-Year Plan. And I think I've already started this one like half a year ago, and for some reason I stopped. But it's just so lovely. It's such a really, really nice film. So it's about 2 gay best friends. One of them is a playboy, one of them is really romantic. And yeah, it's kind of about how they deal with relationships and their relationship with each other. And as I said, it's just so, so lovely. Their friendship is everything. It's so cute, and just, yeah, domestic cuteness is how I would describe it. So yeah, that's it for the April wrap up. Again, I'm really sorry I didn't post it last week. And as always, let me know what you read or watched in the month of April and what you think about the things I just talked about. What am I doing with my arms? And yeah, as per usual, I hope you always have a reason to smile. Your smile is beautiful and the sun is shining, at least it is here. So go out, have a nice day, smile a lot, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye!